Seriously, the amount of mosquito bites I've gotten from this project is insane. Alright, well, welcome to part 2 of this van build. I thought I would never get here. It was honestly a much longer process than I was expecting, but it is finally entirely cleared out. Like, it is, well, except for like one thing that I'm keeping for now. But like I mentioned in the last part that I hadn't gotten the floors out, and I did do that off camera. It was a long and tedious process, but I somehow managed to get it all done in one night. So maybe it wasn't that long, it just felt long. But yeah, now is the fun part where I can actually start building it, because before we were just destroying it. And I actually was able to finally do my first Lowe's run for this project, the first of many. I'll show you guys what I got. I mean, it's not that exciting, I only got one thing, but I got insulation. And so this is Reflectix. It's just like a really thin, almost like bubble wrap insulation. And so I'm going to be using this on the roof and maybe other parts. I'm not totally sure what I'm doing for the rest of it yet. And that's kind of the first thing I'm going to start on. Shout out to all the neighbors who keep passing by me right now. Alright, so I took one of these panels off that you see right here, and underneath it has like this wood on either side, and then there's this kind of space up here. So I'm going to try to thread the insulation through these spaces all the way down, but I wasn't able to get these wood panels off really easily all the way down to do this because of the air conditioning, so that's why we're threading it like this. And then we're gonna just try to get it through that end. And my dad gave me this like funky little tool that I'm gonna try to use. Uh-oh, hitting something. Okay.
Knock knock.
Oh my god.
Sorry. How's it going?
Trying to get this to work. Thought I had it and then it stopped, and I was like, couldn't figure out why. The air conditioner. Just like pull it gently while I guide this through.
Okay.
Oh. Alright, well that's half of it. To add a little bit more insulation to the ceiling instead of just this thin stuff, I also went to Home Depot and I got some of this foam board that I'm going to put underneath the reflective stuff. And I'm going to show that footage of me putting this in my car because I think it's hilarious right now. I probably should have measured before I took this car to go pick up the supplies for the van. But we made it. Just barely, but we made it. I looked like such a goof in that store. And it was like the restocking day, so all of like the carts that are like sideways that like I could put this giant thing on so that it's not obstructing every single hallway we're being used. So I had to like obstruct every single hallway. So at least that's done. And I just cut the pieces to go around my air conditioner. So I'm going to use these to trace onto the foam board, and then I'm going to put them all in. Alright, so I've obviously been working on getting the ceiling up. I don't have very much up right now though because I've realized I need to figure out exactly where I'm going to be putting the lights, because if I want to move them, right now is the time to do so. And unfortunately, I think I do want to move them. And also because I know people are going to be wondering, this is the wood I'm using to put up the siding. And so it has a tongue and groove on it, so I'm just cutting those and lining them all up. And I'm trying my best to make sure that everything's going to be like nice and straight. But yeah, so to move the wires, I'm going to be screwing some holes in this and pulling the wires through where I want them. And then I'm also going to be cutting little holes out of my planking before I put it up so that we have somewhere to attach the lighting to. Okay, I think that's the layout for the lights. So now it's back to putting the walls up. Would you look at that? I have a roof and it looks nice. Ah! I'm so happy. I'm so tired. My arms are so tired. I'm having to hold things above my head for so long, but I'm really, really happy. We did it, Basil. Yeah, we did it. Look at us go. All right, it's been a minute since I have been out here. I got really busy with school, but I'm gonna try to make some good progress today. The next thing I'm gonna start working on is the flooring. But before I do that, I didn't really show it, but I had to take out a bunch of rivets to get this gigantic panel off the floor. But now I have a bunch of holes in my flooring, which is not what you want. So I'm going to be taking a pop rivet gun and just putting rivets back into those holes, but without that big piece in there. So hopefully that's gonna work. But I have like a ton of holes to fill. Hey, I'm trying to use the rivet gun. I watched a video online and I thought I knew how to do it, but it looks like there's like one of the ends of the rivets stuck in it and I can't get it out.
You're gonna push it through it, it comes out the top.
Oh, you sure? I don't think so. Ah, there we go. Alright, so yesterday I ran to the hardware store because I needed to pick up some more rivets and I also needed something to like fill the other holes with. So I picked up this like, I think it's Magnum steel epoxy stick, which I'm using to fill up the larger holes with. But like the stuff that's really, really big, I think me and my dad are going to weld over. So I'm just using this for like the medium-sized holes. And so to prepare the holes for this putty stuff, all I'm doing is using some sandpaper to rough up the area around it, and then just wiping it down and cleaning it with some water. And then you just cut off a piece of putty that kind of fits the size that you need. And then you mix it together so that it's one even color. And then I'm just going to apply this over the holes. And I'm putting it on kind of thick because I'm going to be covering like these floors with planks anyway, so I'd rather it be on kind of thick. Probably gonna have to buy more of this stuff today. I feel like I should get this out of the way now. I do not want to hear a thing about my posture during this video because I know it's bad. Like, I straightened up for the camera right now. I think that takes the cake for being the hardest thing I've had to lift out of this van by myself. Well, I've somehow managed to get everything off of the floors pretty much. I got a few balancing acts going on over here to put all the supplies that I bought out of the way. But I have one thing sitting outside. The rest is up here or right there. But next up, I'm just going to try to clean the floors as much as I can because I want to start getting my foundation down. And to glue that on, everything is going to need to be really nice and clean so that there's no dust. I ended up buying some mosquito net to put around my windows because I am getting eaten every single time I'm out here. And I decided I'm going to be running my planks vertically, and I picked out the spaces where they're going to go. So now I'm just going to lightly sand down the places it's going to go so that the glue has something to attach to. So I wiped down all of the boards that I'm going to be gluing these planks to, and now I've laid them out. And honestly, my truck bed is not super flat, so I'm kind of nervous for how this is going to go because they're kind of rocky. But now I'm going to take this construction adhesive I bought and I'm going to try to glue one down and see how it goes.
I'm trying
I messed up.
pay attention to that.
What'd you do? I sandwiched this between two plywood, and so I
We can't move them
can't
at all.
push them in anywhere. No. Oh my god, I think there's a leak. Alright, I've officially installed a light by myself. I feel really good about that. Now I have to fix my freaking leak. I'm pissed. Okay, I figured out what the leak is. Okay, so I can't reach the leak, but basically it looks like there's another like strobe light at the top, and they wanted to like keep the wire up there, so they like tied some metal piece to it, but like the wire can still move, so there's a space there that water's getting into, but I literally can't reach it. So, and I also don't have duct tape, so I might deal with that later. But I'm gonna try to start putting insulation on the floors, I think. I guess we're doing this one by hand. No, actually, it was not that bad. and I got most of the flooring insulation done. I'm just not totally sure what to do with like this hole here, so I'm probably gonna leave that for later, but I think I'm gonna try to run to Lowe's to get a big piece of plywood to cover the floor. And again, all of my stuff is just like stacked in a corner so I can actually like be on my floor space. So I just finished up my school semester yesterday, so I'm finally done with classes, which means I can actually work on the van now. And so today I'm going to try to work on the floors. And so I went to Lowe's a little while ago and I got these really big pieces of plywood. This is like 1932 plywood. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what I got. And I have 2 of them to cover my floor. And now I'm going to be using this scribing tool to try to like get what the sides of my van look like on this cardboard so I can cut out a test piece before I start cutting out my actual plywood. Alright, well my brother had to help me get these out here, but now I'm going to use the cardboard that I marked out to trace where I need to cut my boards. Tell me the battery's dying. Oh. Both of my batteries are dying. I'm kind of stuck. Alright, that took me a minute, but it's finally in. I ended up having to saw it down the center or right down one of these planks so that I can screw it in on either side. But I think it looks really good. So now we're going to go on to the next pieces. Alright, well that's a good section of my floor done. And I'm really happy. So I'm going to finish up the rest and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright, well I somehow managed to get all of the boards down all across the floor. This part is really hodgepodge together, but I think it'll work good enough. And then this is where I had that hole earlier. And so I made this removable piece because I think I'm going to have my water drain out of there later. So it just sits like that for now. And I am pretty happy with that. It's so exciting! And I realized I forgot to film a little outro of this video. So here's some final shots of the subflooring after I put it all down. And now Editing Alley is just going to pop in here for a minute because I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching this video. And also, most of this footage was filmed a couple months ago, back from like October to December. The van is in like a totally different state now, so hopefully I'll get around to editing another one of these videos really soon because I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so exciting. It's getting really, really close nowadays. But I really hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!